pressure. You can decide when you want.
Good evening, and welcome to millage rate hearing number 2 on this Wednesday, July 8, 2026. This is a hearing. The hearing means that we listen to the public. The board will not be speaking today. We are only here to hear from you. So first, we'll have a presentation from our financial department, and then it's your turn, public. Go ahead, please.
Good evening. This is our fiscal year 2027 budget process public hearing on the millage rate. The taxpayer bill of rights is as follows. Although the district is not seeking to raise the millage rate, any millage rate that is in excess of the rollback rate must be advertised as a tax increase, requires a press release to be issued, and requires 3 public hearings to be held. This is our second meeting. Our third and final meeting will be held on July 15th at 6 p.m. In 1999, the Georgia General Assembly passed the Taxpayer Bill of Rights with the intent to prevent what was referred to as backdoor tax increases. The Taxpayer Bill of Rights and rules were developed by the Georgia Department of Revenue to implement this legislation to establish a process that all local government jurisdictions, which includes counties, cities, and boards of education, must follow. This process ensures full disclosure to the public for any increases, including increases that result from value inflation. The Taxpayer Bill of Rights was established to notify the public about inflationary increases to existing property values at the local government level. It also enhanced individual property owners' rights when objecting to and appealing an increase in a property's appraised value to the County Board of Assessors. According to the Taxpayer Bill of Rights, each taxing jurisdiction must roll back or reduce the millage rate each year to offset any inflationary increases in the tax digest. If the county or other governing authority elects to set their millage rate higher than the rollback rate, then they must follow certain requirements to notify the public that taxes are being increased. The public notification process includes 3 public hearings, public notices, and an increase in the local newspaper and press releases. Each year, the Chatham County Board of Assessors establishes the taxable value of all property in the county and publishes the certified tax digest for each taxing jurisdiction. The Board of Education has 2 separate taxing jurisdictions and therefore receives 2 separate tax digests, one for maintenance and operations and another for bonded indebtedness. Each of these 2 taxing jurisdictions has its own millage rate, which is determined by the board. Taxable values exist for 6 types of property. We have real property, personal property, vehicles, mobile homes, timber, and heavy-duty equipment. Digest values for both jurisdictions are shown on the chart. The current digest amounts and amounts for the last 5 years were published in the local newspaper as required by law. Sometimes, when assessed property values go up, homeowners will pay more taxes even when the school district millage rate remains unchanged or is lowered. Even though the millage rate has not gone up, taxpayers may see increased costs. This is because the value of their property has increased. In the chart presented, the red line represents the millage rate. The millage rate in the example is unchanged. As the property value increases in year 2, the higher tax liability is a result of increased property values. For fiscal year 2027, SCCPSS recommends no change in the current millage rate of 17.331 mills. Changes in the digest value of real property can take 2 forms: new construction, or reassessment of existing property. Once the assessors establish the taxable value of real property, they calculate the millage equivalent of any reassessments, subtract it from last year's millage rate, and the result becomes the rollback rate. This millage equivalent is determined by taking the value of reassessments divided by the total digest and multiplying the result by last year's millage rate. This calculation is shown on the slide. The tentative millage rate adopted by the Board of Education for maintenance and operations exceeds the rollback rate. Here you will see that 17.331 mills remains the same in the two millage rates from last year to the initial tentative review for calendar year 2026. Calculation of school taxes on a home valued at $250,000 with only the state regular homestead exemption is shown on this slide. This is an example of a property tax bill in which the property value increases from the prior year using the recommended millage rate of 17.331 mills. The total estimated tax for county school M&O is $2,253.03. This is an example of a property tax bill in which the property value does not change from the prior year using 17.331 mills. The total estimated tax for county school maintenance and operations is $2,079.72. This is an example of a property tax bill in which the property value decreases from the prior year using the recommended millage rate of 17.331 mills. The total estimated tax for county school maintenance and operations is $1,906.41. This concludes the presentation on the school millage rate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, at this point, we will hear from any citizen that would like to speak. Do we have anyone who would like to speak? Going once. Going twice. Okay. I will accept a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Thank you.